I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my coasters. They're very simple, they're very easy to make. You can make them with one yarn or one type of yarn, or you can make it with two or more. And it's a very fun pastime. What you want is a plastic cutout like this with little perforated holes in them. And you will need a like threading needle. You want a bigger one that can hold regular size yarn in its eye. And then you want whatever color of yarn you. First thing that you want to do, and probably the most important part, is figuring out how to thread your yarn in and keep it steady so that it doesn't come undone. For your border, you take your one piece of yarn, and when you thread it through the first time, you're going to pull out some of that excess and line it up on the top of the border. And then as you thread through, you're going to tie it down and bury it there so that it does not come loose. So it's not going to go anywhere if I mess with it. If you're in the middle of your pattern, like here you can see the places pretty well in there, or if you want to see this one where there's only one type of yarn, you can kind of see one right there. When you're running out of a piece of yarn and need to add a new one, go to as far as you can and cut your excess off, and keep a little bit because that's going to tie in the new piece of string as well. And so you just thread in like you would have around the corner, or like you would have in other places on your coaster as well, where you can kind of see it there. So it's where it's tied down like that so that you can keep going. So we've come to the end of our border, and we need to finish the border and go down to this next row. So the best way to do this that I have found, loop around one more time through here. Then you're going to do like you've done on the other corners where you've done a second loop here, and instead go all the way down to this hole right here. So that'll get you started on the next one. And then it'll have you facing the back, right? So then you're going to poke up through here. Poke up through there. And then go across to this guy here. And then you're going to start sewing through that way. Kind of like, look right there. So you're going to do that diagonal slant right there. The back is going to look like this, where it's straight up and down, while the front is going to look sideways, and that'll help fill in some of your gaps. When you get to the end, you are going to, hopefully, you will have a good amount of excess yarn. So you're going to pull it as tight as you can when you do those final boxes here in the middle. You're going to pull it as tight as you can, tie it off in a double knot. I found those that hold the best, and then cut as close to that knot as you can, so that pretty well keeps it tight in there. And then your coaster is done.